Let's talk protein. One of the hardest things to do is to keep up with your high protein goals when you have to maintain yourself in a caloric deficit to reach your weight loss goals. So today I want to share with you 7 food swaps that I have made in my diet to really up my protein intake with food items that I was already eating. I've just swapped them for higher protein ones to really help me meet my goals. If you're here for the first time, my name is Grace. I have been on a health and wellness journey since February of 2025. And over the last 9 months, I have lost over 40 pounds. I'm thrilled by that. I can't say I did it alone. I have been using a GLP-1, specifically Zepbound. I tried to do weight loss on my own for 30 plus years. And although I did lose weight successfully 3 other times in my lifetime without a GLP-1, every single time I did that, it was in an unhealthy way through a lot of restriction or excessive working out. I was not in a healthy mind space. And as a result, after I lost the weight, it wasn't very long until all that weight plus some more came back on. So this time, I truly am taking advantage of the GLP-1 to help me make lifestyle changes that I am hoping will continue well after I have finished my GLP-1 journey. Here are 7 food swaps that I am making. Some of these items are a little bit more costly than generic brands or other brands for that matter, but I have truly found them to have higher protein counts, but also just be more flavorful and really make it feel like I didn't really change anything. Full disclosure, I am not a dietitian, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nutritionist. I'm just sharing what is working for me in my fat loss journey. Most of these items, if not all of them, are processed. You don't have to eat them. Take what you want, leave the rest. I am simply just sharing changes that I made to foods that I've already been eating, and I have only improved their protein count by making these easy food swaps. The very first one I want to start with is bone broth. I cook rice at home. My family loves rice, my kids love rice, my hubby loves rice. And one of the things that I do when I cook my rice is I cook it in water. Why not swap the water for bone broth? I have tried Swanson's and I've tried College Inn, and although I am not sponsored by Keto and Fire, I truly do love this bone broth. I just use this as a substitute for water. At least 1 cup of this gets me an additional 10 grams of protein. Why would I not make that food swap? This broth is so good. I even drink this on its own. I just warm it in the microwave and just sip away. It truly is absolutely delicious. Another excellent food swap that I've made as a good option to increase my daily protein intake is protein bread. This is a healthier alternative. It is not only higher in protein, but often lower in carbs, high fiber, and has a lower glycemic index, which has helped stabilize my blood sugar, help me with my weight management and satiety. Each slice of this bread has 10 grams of protein. That means that for any sandwich that I make, if I use this bread, I have been getting at least 20 grams of protein every serving and 12 grams of fiber. We still consume a lot of milk in our household. My kids love it for their cereal. I use it in recipes, and my hubby and I use it for our coffees. Switching over to Fairlife milk seemed like the obvious choice. Fairlife milk contains about 50% more protein than regular milk, and with their filtration process, we're actually also getting a lower sugar content. This milk is rich and creamy. Definitely made it an easy swap. Happiness some days is just a great cup of coffee or tea. And we always like to use a creamer with our coffee. So one of the easiest swaps that we could make was to switch from the sugary creamers that had little to no protein to using protein shakes as our creamers instead. We found that using protein shakes not only increased our protein intake, but also kept us full longer. It helped support our weight management. It reduced sugar and calories, and it helped to boost our energy. And with so many different flavors available, it really was an easy swap. Life is too short to skip pasta, so it was a no-brainer when we saw the option to swap over to a protein pasta like Brahmi or Banza. These protein pastas not only give you 20 grams of protein per serving, but they actually also give us more fiber. This pasta generally has fewer net carbs, so it helps if we are trying to follow a lower carb diet plan. I love anything cheesy and gooey in nature, like mac and cheese, and my kids, it is one of their favorite meals. So when I stumbled upon the Goodles brand of boxed mac and cheese and I saw their macros, I knew it was a high protein food swap we had to make. When we are eating Goodles mac and cheese, we are getting 14 grams of protein per serving with 6 grams of fiber and even 21 nutrients from plants. Don't forget, all you need is love. But a little chocolate now and then doesn't hurt. And one of the easiest food swaps I'd made is to switch over from sugary, high calorie candy bars to either Bear Bells or Build Puff Bars. These candy bars are satisfying, dessert like tasting, and they give me so much protein and often lower sugar count than those standard candy bars. If you know anything about these candy bars, Built Puff Bars have that soft marshmallow-like center with a chocolate coating, and Bear Bell bars, the best way I can put it is it truly tastes like you're eating a Snickers. Pancakes are the ultimate breakfast comfort food, and we couldn't just go on having the same pancake waffle mix. Instead, I looked and I found a high protein pancake and waffle mix through Kodiak and Premier Protein and even Walmart's Better Goods brand. You can use these mixes to make waffles and pancakes. You're getting higher protein count, higher fiber. They leave you satisfied for a lot longer than something like an Eggos brand. My final food swap that I've done is switching over from a regular granola to a high protein granola like the Kodiak protein granola brand. What I love about this granola is it provides more balanced, satisfying snack with less sugar than many other granola options. And that's it. Those are my 7 high protein food swaps that I have done since starting my health and wellness weight loss journey, plus 2 bonus ones that I share with you at the end. If you have any high protein food swaps that I have to try, will you leave it in the comments for me? I always love hearing from you guys and taking all of your suggestions. If you haven't already, will you consider subscribing to the channel? Will you hit the like button? And if you want to hype the video, it helps push it out to other viewers that might find this content helpful. Thank you for being here, friends. Don't forget, let's keep losing. Bye.